name is Alexis and today we're doing an experiment slash versus slash test thing. I am putting my beloved Sigma F80 up against the BeautyBlender. I've never actually used a BeautyBlender before, but I got this in the Sephora favorites set, the trending Beauty's Most Coveted, and I don't want to like it, but I'm willing to give it a try. It's already covered in hair. Cool. I already have this wet, so I'm all ready to go. I'm going to do one half of my face with my brush and then the other half of my face with the BeautyBlender, just so I can have a side-by-side comparison to see if there really is a difference between using my brush and using a BeautyBlender. So let's get started. So I already have my face primed. I used the same primer on both sides and I'm going to use the same foundation on both sides, and that's the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea. So I'm going to use my Sigma F80 on this side, and I'm just going to kind of breeze through this side real quick because I know what I get out of this application. But in case you're new here, as you can see, I'm using kind of like stippling patting motions, and that's so I get the fullest coverage possible out of the foundation with the brush. And I'm just going all the way around my face. This gives me excellent full coverage. As you can see, I had some redness and discoloration down there, pretty much all covered. So great coverage. The one thing I will say though is that sometimes, like later on throughout the day, my foundation doesn't look as good as it did when I first applied it. So that's really the one thing, or one of the few things I want to see with the BeautyBlender, is if it makes my makeup or my foundation look better longer because of the way it applies the foundation into the skin. So there is that side done. I think it looks great. I love the coverage that I can get. I look like I'm two different colors, but it matches my neck, I promise. So yeah, so I'm going to use the BeautyBlender on the other side. I feel like it's still so wet. I squeezed out all the extra water that I possibly could get out of this, but I still feel like it's so wet. So, am I supposed to use this side? I'm going to put the foundation on the bottom and use this. So, put it there, and then just pat it around. Coverage looks good from what I can tell in the viewfinder. Oh, I'm going to have to turn and use a corner for the side of my nose, I think. It feels a little wet. I think that's a little weird. Maybe I didn't squeeze out enough water, but I could not. I was squeezing it like into a towel. Don't think I could have gotten any more water out of it. Looks good. Coverage is good. Hair stuck to my face. Coverage is good. Trying to get it right in the side of my nose. Yeah, it looks good. It really doesn't look any different than my brush side. I don't want to like this because these sponges are $20 and I think that's ridiculous. But it looks good. It looks really good. May I say, it may even look a little bit better than my sponge side, or than my brush side. But it looks good. So I'm just going to apply my concealer under my eyes, and I do have some, it's like hyperpigmentation. It's stuff that doesn't really get covered with foundation very well anyways. So that's not the sponge or the brush. It's just my skin. So I'm going to cover that up and conceal under my eyes. Oops. And I just thought of another experiment I could do. I use my micro minis, but I use them dry to blend in my concealers and stuff. So I'm going to use my regular dry micro mini on this side to blend all this in. And then I'll use my Beauty Blender, my wet Beauty Blender, to blend in everything on this side. It's so much bigger than the micro mini. Alright, that's on. I think I liked it a little. I think I liked my micro mini dry a bit better than the wet Beauty Blender for concealer. At least for like spot concealing. So I'm just gonna set my face real fast with my Laura Mercier translucent loose powder. I'm gonna set it the way I normally would. So I have that on, my powder. Both sides look really good. This pigmentation over here didn't really get covered. But I'm gonna leave it like that because it's kind of the point. Don't mind this down here. I don't know what's happening. But I think both sides look really good. I'm gonna wear this for a while and then come back to you. So we'll do some check-ins. Hi friends. So I've been wearing this foundation I put it on at 11 and it's 4:30-ish, 4:23, 5.5-ish hours. I'm losing light, so I need to tell you what I think. It looks the same. It looks the same to me on both sides. That's not a mirror. Duh. Like, it doesn't look any different, especially here around like the crevice of my nose. It doesn't look different on either side. It doesn't look any different around like my pores. It doesn't look any different in between my eyebrows. It doesn't look any different on my chin. That's really it. I can't say that I like the Beauty Blender more than my brush because I can't see a difference between the two. It looks the same to me on both sides. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks great, which is why I like it, because I like the way my brush looks. I think it looks great when I apply foundation with my brush, but it looks the same. So I don't see any reason to go out and buy a Beauty Blender when I already like what I'm getting with my brush. So I may experiment with the Beauty Blender a little bit more just to develop like a full opinion on it, but my opinion for you right now is that I'd use my brush over the Beauty Blender just because I like the brush. So there is that. However, if you are a Beauty Blender person, if you like a Beauty Blender over a brush, please feel free to tell me in the comments below why you like your Beauty Blender more. They're pretty much the same to me, and I don't see any reason to go out and spend $20 on a sponge. But that's just my opinion. You can let me know your opinion in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. All the links to all my social media will be down in the description, so check me out there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!